Hello,
Hi there. Happy Tuesday. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday. How about you?
Me too. Yes, I feel okay today. Thank you so much for asking. It's the first week of February.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, yeah.
Right. How did
Actually,
you
yeah.
spend?
First
hmm
month of 2021 already passed
hmm
away so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Oh, it's so quick. I think it's too slow.
Oh, really? Why do you think so?
Maybe because the situation is still the same.
Mm, yes, right. Yeah.
Mm, yes.
For me, yeah, it's not so fast because
Mhm.
yeah, we had a very chilly day, freezing day for several times.
Oh, today? Ah, several
No,
times.
last
Oh.
month.
Mm.
Yeah, last month. So, and then I also had some homework
I see. So you
because
had
of
that? Yes,
the
last
yeah
month.
yeah
I see.
COVID
But how
situation.
about today? How's the temperature today?
Temperature today is almost minus 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah,
Oh,
very cold.
it's cold.
Yeah, still cold until tomorrow.
Right. Oh, I see. So it will be cold. Yes,
Yeah.
until yes tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I think the temperature in Korea is warm, cold, warm, cold.
Yes, right. So we traditionally we call
hmm
that this phenomenon 3 days
hmm
cold, 4 days warm days in winter season. It's a kind of yeah
Oh,
theoretically weather condition is changes. 3 days cold,
I
4 days warm.
see. Is that normal?
Actually, that's normal, but this um uh, freezing day is not normal.
I see.
Actually,
Okay, I
much
got it now.
yeah much colder than usual.
Oh, okay. Oh, be very careful not to catch cold.
Okay, but actually yeah fortunately we always wear masks so we don't get
hmm
caught by flu.
Ah, correct.
Yes,
Yes, that's a
right.
good thing about wearing mask also these days, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay. Anything else to share with me?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. What's the article for today's class?
Today the number 1478.
1478.
78.
1478. Facebook dating
No,
app.
no, China. China still needs
Is it?
Australia. 1478.
1478 is Facebook dating app in Europe.
Oh, no. This 1477. So I
Ah,
think
77.
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
textbook is different. The numbering order of textbook is different from yours and mine. So for me, yes, China still needs Australia. Could you check the your number 1479? What's
Here.
the title?
No, no, no. 1477. That is 1477.
What's the title of 1477?
China.
Okay.
China still needs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
actually, on my textbook numbering model, that's 1478. But it's okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, right. Maybe yeah, we
Okay.
our yeah website version is different.
All right. Yeah, I guess
Exactly.
so. Okay. Yes. Yes. Please tell me something about this.
Okay. China and Australia spent much of last year in a tense standoff on trade, but as the recovery of the world's second largest economy gathers pace, China needs more iron ore and Australia is still its main supplier. Beijing on Monday reported that China's GDP grew 2.3% last year, averting the recession that gripped much of the world as the coronavirus pandemic spread. GDP in the first quarter grew by 6.5% compared with a year earlier. A big help was the Chinese government's decision to invest heavily in infrastructure projects. Industrial output rose 7.3% last month compared to a year earlier, and crude steel production hit a record 1.05 billion metric tons for the year, a 5% increase from 2019. The country can stand that kind of output without iron ore, which is which it needs to make the steel for roads, bridges, and buildings. China imported for 17% more iron ore last year than it did in 2019. Australia is a big winner of that growing demand, being responsible for some 60% of the iron ore that China imports. China's reliance on raw materials from Australia stands in stark contrast to that Beijing has made to put pressure on Canberra after the Australian government called for an international inquiry into the original origins of the pandemic last year. China slapped heavy tariffs or bans on imports of wine, beef, dairy, and apparently coal. The country's dependence on iron ore from Australia, meanwhile, remains strong. Mining giant Rio Tinto (Rio) reported Tuesday that shipments of the material rose 2.4% last quarter, helped by robust buying from China. Fort- Fortescue Metals Group, another major Australian iron ore miner, reported in October that China's strong demand helped the company reach record shipments for the material. It later reported that it signed as much as $4 billion worth of the deals with major Chinese steel mills for iron ore exports. Australia isn't the only country supplying China with this vital raw material, but it is by far the largest source, and one analyst say would be difficult to replace should the relations between two countries were even further. Brazil is one option, about 20% of the iron ore that China uses comes from there. But analysts at Changjiang Futures, a Wuhan-based securities firm, pointed point out that there are problems to the alternative. Major Brazilian mining firm Vale, for example, has struggled with the disruptions to supply after a wave of coronavirus infections among its workers last year. Chinese state media outlets have also admitted that the country is heavily reliant on Australia for the results. The International Business Daily, the official newspaper of the country's Commerce Ministry, suggested as much in an article published in November, which pointed out that China needs to import the vast majority of the iron ore it requires to keep its economy humming. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's ore, not ore. Ore, iron ore.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Any questions about the vocabularies?
Everything's okay with the vocabulary.
Oh, okay. Why does China need iron ore from Australia?
Mm, because Australia's iron ore is um, cheaper, much cheaper
Mm-hmm.
than
Mm-hmm.
others.
Right, yes. And what was the alternative place where China can get what they need or what they needed?
Yeah, actually, alternative of iron ore of Australia is Brazil. Is Brazil is one option.
Hello?
Yeah, Brazil is an option. Or could be alternative. Can you hear me?
Hey? Oh, I can hear you now. Yes,
Okay.
Brazil, yes, would be an alternative. Right.
Right.
Okay. Yes. And how much iron ore did China buy from Australia last 2019 and from last year?
Yeah. Um, actually, the China imported mm, 60% of iron ore that China imports from Australia.
Right. Yeah, so 60%. Yes, they
Yeah.
bought 60%. Yes, of iron ore. Okay, right. And how about Korea? How is your economy coping up during the pandemic?
Yeah. Actually, during the pandemic, Korea's economy situation is not very bad. Actually,
Yes.
we are the number one GDP
Hmm.
growth country in
Hmm.
OECD.
Right.
Yeah, actually,
Correct.
we didn't get any serious impact from COVID situation. Yeah,
Yes, right. You didn't get any serious effect. Yes, as well. Oh, amazing. How did you do that?
yeah. Thanks to government, control and then their wise decision to keep the
Hmm.
patient's number under
Right.
control. And also
Right.
many people follow government guidance very well. And then
Mhm.
also many companies did did their best to make good products and import to over the world, especially for a
Mm-hmm.
medical device or medical medicines that from many Korean companies was heated in lots of countries. We export lots of things very well.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. I think America got a lot from you. Yes,
Yes, right.
because of that one as well. Oh, okay. And if the pandemic will be long term, what would be the best decision to boost the economy?
Then if the pandemic will be long term, then we have to more focus on the IT business and also
Mm-hmm.
online related business such as game and also education online education system also and then medias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, yeah. And what are some businesses that had a boost during the pandemic?
As I mentioned, gaming related business was very boosted during the pandemic because lots of
Mm-hmm.
kids they stay at home. Not only for kids and also for adults,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't go to game room. We call that PC bang, yeah, PC room.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to stay at home and also they have to use their PC. So there are
Mm-hmm.
lots of gamers join the
Mm-hmm.
newly.
Right, yes. I guess so, right. Yes. Delivery system and gaming system,
Yeah,
something related to online.
yes,
Yes,
right.
as well. Right. Any questions so far?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Right. I'm very sorry, Te. I think there's a problem with my connection today. Yes,
Yes,
but
right.
then,
I think
yeah.
yeah something the network is not very good, so your
Hmm.
sound is a little bit late than your video.
Right. Ah, me
But
too.
it's
Yeah, I
okay.
observed
Yes.
that. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much for understanding. I'll see you on Thursday.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.